Hello, is it rolling? Are we rolling? Hi, my name is Phum. I am a songwriter under the artist name of Phum Viphurit, which is my nickname and my first name combined.
Welcome to the other side. Here we practice forgiveness and forgiveness.
ได้ไหมครับ
Here are three phrases
Mama,
to help you in any situation that you've never
Yeah, that's all over here. They always bring in water. Yeah. I moved to Hamilton, New Zealand, which is in the North Island in 2005. Like my dad's an architect. My mom, like she graduated art education and went into graphic design, also some architecture. My brother's an architect, so I grew up around really like beautiful drawings. So I was like, I gotta find my angle in this creative family. And then I stumbled upon music. Yeah, maybe it was born from like, I wanna be great too. Like these guys are my family. Then I kind of found my own lane in doing music, so yeah. But I think what really wanted me to like pick up instruments and like guitar and writing, it was sparked by Guitar Hero, the game. I had that phase, right, when I was like really rock is everything. I then shifted to sort of like more indie alternative in high school. I think back then Foster the People were really prominent. And I discovered Bombay Bicycle Club, Young the Giant as well. So I was really into that sort of like hybrid rock, but not really too heavy. Also kind of like interesting melodies and like guitarists and really interesting arrangements. So that's what sparked my interest in kind of existing in a sort of like alternative or like indie field of music.
I wrote this riff for you. It's true.
My family home had, I think at one point we had about 16 dogs, all living in the front yard and the backyard. Yeah, but he's officially my first ever pet that I have full responsibility for. Quite a test for me because I feel like I'm such a lone wolf when I haven't really never had the responsibility of taking care of something on this scale. It's not really irresponsible, I'm not, but like an actual living thing, yeah. I knew when I was turning 28, 29 that I wanted a sort of like responsibility because I think personally I'm not ready for a family like of that level. I don't think I'm ready to have like a human of my own. So I was like, you know, what's a good training or like a good buddy to have? I was like, oh, a dog. And like, I maybe should have picked a different breed because Dalmatians are not so good in like hot climate. So like, and he lives like outdoor as well. He's not an inside dog. So he had lots of like skin issues and stuff, but yeah. I think he's happy. I hope he's happy. Yeah. We're in this moment.
I wrote this riff for you.
Went to film school here. I was way more into film than music. I just liked being a part of a bigger production. Not really like credited like directly, but like you get to create moments for people. And it felt more proud doing that than like doing stuff related to music. Because music felt more like a personal type of expression for me. Like sometimes really irrational, really emotional. Like almost like a diary entry that I didn't really want people to see most of the time.
Beyond the window, there's a temple fan.
But I do feel like I have a short film or two in me. Someday. For now, I do write like some screenplays and stuff every now and then, like some dream projects I do want to make someday. Yeah, I love film. I am a big like film nerd. Latest one I really love, I just saw in the theater, was No Other Choice. Korean film. It's very grounded in reality, some surrealism in there with the way he uses camera. But my favorite one of all time, probably Requiem for a Dream. But it's quite heavy, so I don't try not to watch it too much. But I really, yeah, for the lasting impression it has on people and on me, especially camera work, yeah, I really love it. Probably my favorite in Thailand is called, his name is Ben Ek. My favorite one from his is called Mon Rak Transistor. And I wrote a song in my old album about it called Temple Fair. It's basically based on the protagonist's journey in that film. And yeah, I tried to explain it to foreigners, like you guys. It's like Thai forest. To me, it's that equivalent. Maybe not as financially successful or culturally important to most Thai people, but for me, experiencing like a really cool Thai film, like for the first time in my 20s, that's the film I go to. I turned my visual concept of my logo into a sloth back in 2022, 2023. Very much relate to a sloth and how I live and how I make music. So I was like, what's the next step I could do? And I was like, you know what if I full on like did like 80s style prosthetic makeup to become a sloth? I'd maybe kind of whack, like really super left field. I just really wanted to be in makeup because I felt like it's like a childhood dream of mine, being in film and stuff as well. And from that visual concept, I thought like, what would be the opposite type of music that you expect a sloth to make? So I was like, yeah, like some like house, or like some psychedelic house would be like really ironic. So I stepped into that, and then I listened to a lot of Chemical Brothers. So that was a big inspiration for the house sort of like album. The last full-length one called The Grange IPs. The whole album was based on like a phrase I heard in an episode of The Big Bang Theory. In the opening episode, like Sheldon invites all his friends over for a meal. He tries to explain this term called "greng jai" in Thailand, which is like you're really respectful of the people around you, so you don't want to be seen as greedy, or like you want to reserve the last piece for someone who's the most respected, the eldest person within the table. So that's greng jai culture. The whole album was centered around the idea of like touching on things that I wouldn't usually talk about, or trying to challenge this norm, like, are we being too respectful sometimes to the point that you're not speaking your mind and making things much more difficult? That whole album was inspired by that one phrase.
Give me extra.
All credit to my friend who's, her name is Jean. She's a director with a background in fashion films. Yeah, I had helped her out with a few projects of her own, like singing some like songs for like projects back in the day. And yeah, one day she's like, hey, I really want to direct one for you. I was like, of course, anything you want me to do, I'll do it. You know, because I trusted her vision. And yeah, we shot it with like, I think like a 3-person crew. Like we shot just walking around. No location fees or anything, and people were like, what are you guys doing? But like the crew was too small for like anyone to stop us really, because it just looked like it was shooting for fun. But yeah, it became this thing that people talked about for a little while.
Should I try to see it through?
If I could relive anything, I'd love to relive my 2018. Not for like the highs, but for like the chaotic moments, so like really testing times, but also like the best memories of like traveling with friends. I once almost got shot in Paris, my first tour there. And then when we're in Belgium, like we got tricked to like an Airbnb that was like a salon. I didn't know, I thought Belgium was like, Belgium, you know? What else happened? Like on my first like sold out tour to London, like my band couldn't get in, and I had to do basically half of the European tour as like a solo duo act instead of a full band. So I changed like on the spot.
What's running inside my chest?
But probably my favorite one was when I played New York for the first time. And this was after like the crazy 40-day European tour. So I was super like burnt out. My voice was destroyed. It was like this very sort of like hip, sort of like venue. I was like, wow, New York. This is what I always imagined. And then we decided to play one of the older songs called The Art of Detaching One's Heart, which is a song that's like a ballad, which like on that tour, I invited random people to come up and sing with us. And this girl put her hand up. I think her name was Samantha. But she was clearly drunk when she came up, and basically the whole song she sang gibberish, and it was off key as well. So the whole time, like me and my band were like, oh, this is not the vibe. But we kept faith and we finished it. But right as we finished, like a random dude got on stage, and right as Samantha hit her final note, really off pitch, a guy like ran like from the back between the both of us, and he did a stage dive to like the slowest, like most calm song. The funny thing is no one caught him, so he landed on the floor. He's like, ugh. And then the room just went like dead silent, and we were like, wait, what? And then he got so embarrassed, he ran outside. I don't think he came back in for the show. I didn't address that. I was like, thank you, Samantha. Then she got off. Someone escorted her off stage. Yeah, that was my memory of New York for the first time. But like myself and my crew were not like heavy party people. So usually we'll just sit, have a good laugh, maybe drink a few shots just to kind of like get loose. Then we play. We do have a ritual. We do this like huddle, and then we'll say a specific phrase that we learned that day, or like a very inside type of joke that only we will know.
That's true.
And that kind of like, I guess, unifies us. Sounds so cheesy. I design my shows now so that when we start out, we just play music and don't have to say anything. I love that. And if you play in Thailand, you have to speak a lot more, because Thai people are very used to that type of like, hey, sawasdee krap,เป็นไงบ้าง? How are you doing? Blah, blah, blah. Make a few jokes. But I feel like I don't have that comedic timing for that, nor is my Thai good enough for that. So I always feel a little awkward. It's only like later in the last two songs I feel like, yeah, I'm comfortable. I can now speak. It hasn't gotten better. You think I get better over time, but I'm still pretty average at that. Yeah. Oh my God, do I collect anything? What don't I collect? I'm big into retro gaming. So last year I got into collecting Game Boy Advance cartridges. So I have quite a large selection of that. This year I got into like PS3 and PS2 collecting, but like old, like authentic ones. So I've been building that for like 6 months. But probably what I've spent the most amount of money on this year is wrestling figures. Like still in its packaging, you know, like, but leaning towards like early 2000s, like sort of like wrestling toys and figures. And I also like collect a lot of wrestling shirts and retro football wear. Yeah, it's quite stimulating for like someone like me. Yeah, I play football and I play tennis. Yeah. I knew that I wanted to make it to a certain scale eventually. But yeah, not to the scale, honestly, that I'm working at. So I'm very fortunate, but also there's been a lot of adjustments I've had to make to my own life in every aspect, I think, because of it. But I'm grateful, but also like I question a lot of it as well. When my music took off in 2018, and then that came along with tours and like a strict schedule on like, okay, have to be here, have to be there, have to make these media appearances, have to do like a magazine shoot, have to do things that kind of like feel not so myself, but I knew that would be great for my visibility at the time. That was a big change, and I thought I was ready, and I thought I had been media trained enough to kind of handle it gracefully. And in a way, I think I did okay, like to other people's eyes, but like inside I was very, I wouldn't say depressed, but I was very like sick, like for like a whole year. So I don't want to say that COVID was a blessing for anybody, but the way it forced me to slow down, I think that's what saved my music career really, because it really got me to sit down and really just get back to music, just writing, and like I got to reconnect with the passion that I once had for it. Yeah, or else it would have been like go, and I felt like definitely like I would crash and burn eventually if I just kept going for like maybe another 6 months to a year. Yeah, fame is weird. Like I don't recommend it to anybody. I mean, if you think you're ready for it, I think once you get a glimpse of it, it always comes in like an abundance that you don't really like expect. But yeah, I'm forever trying to navigate that and trying not to leave my passion behind. Yeah. You're good. Yeah. Boba, come on. Yeah. No, he's good. Just stay. Just stay.
Write me a letter.
For the longest time, I thought I would just stay in New Zealand forever and like go to film school and stuff. But ever since I moved back here, like slowly but surely, this has become my home. I learned the importance of family. Like I'm a very family-centric person now, more so than ever. Lots of things happened over the years that have made me realize, like, yeah, like the love and the care you get from your family is truly unconditional for me. I'm very lucky to experience that because I don't think everybody can say that about their family. It's nice to feel like you're getting older and you can take care of, let's say, your mom, your grandma, your aunties, the way they took care of you when you were younger. And you realize that, damn, it's a lot of work to take care of people. God knows how many years they took care of me on like a really like high degree standard. So it's the least I could do that I remain close and I do errands for them. It also balances out my life because when you live as like a touring musician, it's a very alternative lifestyle. Like you don't work regular hours and you likely get paid quite well for quite minimal hours of work, essentially. So yeah, to do these family-centric things and to be based around here, to take them out for a trip, take to the supermarket, it's been super nice for me especially. So no, they're very supportive. I don't think anyone expected me to be doing it for this long or to the scale that I'm still doing it. But yeah, I'm very lucky that everyone was kind of in a semi-creative field already. So when I told them like, hey, this music thing may work out, I want to kind of full send it. They're like, yeah, go. If it doesn't work out, just do something else, which is super nice. Because like, they trusted my ability to adapt. And yeah.
Disarrayed and violent. It's true.